everyone, how's it going and welcome back to my channel. Can you believe that it's already almost December? Like literally in like 2 days. That's crazy. Like where did November go? It is officially pretty much holiday season, so keep your eyes out for those anime and manga sales because they will definitely exist. I don't know how good they'll be now that Right Stuff is gone, you know, like honestly that's when I used to stock up on my anime and manga, but I am very excited to see any more deals that are available, and I actually already kind of purchased something, just a little something for the Cyber Monday sale on the Crunchyroll store, so keep your eyes out for any awesome deals online for anime and manga. But today I really want to talk about the manga that I read for the month of November. I didn't get to read too much. I feel like I read a lot of like the same titles. Like there's not much variety. I guess there is a little bit of variety, but still, like I didn't get to read a lot. And if you've read any manga during November that you would like to share with us in the comment section below, feel free to comment. I love interacting with all of you. But anyway, here are the manga that I have read for November. They're all titles from my library, okay? So, before you're like, hey, why do they all look beat up? Because I got it from the library. Okay, your girl's on a budget. So yeah, I've read a bunch of things for November, and I will tell you my thoughts and my highlights about some of these series. So the first series that I read was actually Inuboku's Secret Service. So I got the first 2 volumes. I have been trying to hunt this thing down for the longest time. First of all, it's out of print, and no library has all the volumes. I've only found 2 volumes. I wish I could find more because I absolutely love Inuboku's Secret Service. This was the first, my first cosplay was from Karuta, and it was of Karuta from Inuboku's Secret Service. It is such a great series. I wish I could read more. And if you ever wanted to read a story about a guy just completely worshiping the girl he is protecting or adores, honestly, this is a story for you. Every time I read it and I see Miketsukami and he's he's like a fox guy, so he's partial yokai and stuff like that. He doesn't always have his fox look going on, as you could see in this first volume, but honestly, Miketsukami, he I don't know, is very charming. I was like, geez, I want my own Miketsukami-kun, as I was reading it. I'm sorry, I know I'm being kind of cringy, but I just felt like that because this guy, the devotion and the commitment, wow, I love that stuff. And so, yeah, it's like a secret service. He has to protect Ririchio. There are more yokai in the story, and you'll see them, very colorful personalities that you'll encounter. They go to this really elite school, and it's just a lot of fun. Honestly, I love Inuboku's Secret Service. I love the anime. I do own it on Blu-ray, and I can't wait to read more if I ever find more because it's out of print. So that's a bummer, but honestly, it's something that I really enjoyed for this month. The next series that I read is one that is on the other side of the spectrum when it comes to romance, and that is No Longer Heroine. No Longer Heroine is a shoujo manga. I am definitely a fan of shoujo. I borrowed volumes 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so volumes 1 to 4 I borrowed from my library, and this is No Longer Heroine. No Longer Heroine is a shoujo manga that basically puts you in the viewpoint of the antagonist. So instead of being in the view of the girl who is in love with the guy and there's a rival and whatever, you are seeing the story through the rival's eyes. And that already is a little bit of a twist on the whole shoujo thing that we usually read. So that already is nuts. I remember when I saw this anime airing and I saw all this artwork, for some reason I thought it was a shonen series. I thought she was like a superhero. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I'm mixing up 2 series, but I thought that she was a superhero. Boy, was I wrong. If anything, she is super annoying a lot of the times. By reading a series in the viewpoint of the villain, or, she's not exactly evil, but she is annoying. She's irritating. And most importantly, she doesn't give up. And sometimes that's a great characteristic, you know, to be tenacious and never give up. But unfortunately, she drives me insane. Just really, really upsets me sometimes. But at the same time, this manga makes you want to keep reading it. So it's like, even though it's not, like, I wouldn't say it's bad, but it reminds me of like good trash. Kind of like when you watch like reality TV, or there was another like trash. There was Domestic Girlfriend. You remember how everyone, I don't know if you ever seen it or read it, but a lot of people were saying, wow, this is trash, but I love it. This is how I felt for this too. I don't necessarily love it, but it does feel like trash, entertaining trash. So you want to keep reading it because it's still entertaining. But at the same time, you're frustrated because this girl doesn't give up. She's spoiled. She's, you know, just annoying. She's irritating. She wants to get everything that she wants. She doesn't understand when people say no. She just doesn't stop. So you will experience frustration when reading No Longer Heroine. And I didn't expect that. I honestly thought it was a superhero story. I really did. I don't know where I got that from. But it's not the best thing, but it's entertaining. I don't know if I necessarily want to continue it. If I do, I don't feel like I'm losing much. I did hear that the end of the series is something that will upset people once again. So you know what? I'm kind of on the fence, basically. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I will continue it. I just don't know. I haven't decided yet. Moving along. Something more positive. Whew. I didn't read anything like that I absolutely loved this month, unfortunately. But I did really enjoy this series, and that is The Splendid Work of the Monster Maid. Now, once again, I love yokai. I love Japanese like mythology, monsters, things like that. So this was right up my alley. When I heard about this series, I was like, I want to read this. And I found like the first 4 volumes at my library, and I really, really enjoyed it. So, you know, even if you don't like reading series about yokai or maids, this series isn't very fan servicey. So if you're a little worried or concerned about that, don't worry about that. There's not too much fan service at all. This is more about I was going to say companionship, more friendship of a maid. You know, so she's a nekomata, and nekomatas are like basically like cat spirits. And so I'm horrible with names. Sumire. So basically our cat demon, Sumire, lost her master. Her master unfortunately passed, and then next thing you know, she crosses over to another realm where she meets an undead, like zombie maid, and also a cyborg maid. And they all become friends working for the same master. And, you know, it's just nice because now you have these 3 different types of maids working together, and they're like going on missions to help their master and everything, protect and retrieve things. And it's just really nice. Like, I actually really like it. The artwork is also really good. And it's just a fun story. They have a lot of chemistry, you know, our 3 main characters. And I just like the overall vibes of them working together to get things done. It's fun, it's heartwarming, it's cute, there's action, there's a little bit of everything. It's an overall positive manga, despite like monster maids, like what? Like, it sounds crazy, but it's actually a really, really great story. It's simple to follow, it's quick. The manga itself is in bigger like print than other manga volumes. But I like the artwork. I like the characters and how they get along. I love yokai, so this is exactly up my alley. I don't necessarily need them to be maids, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with maids. And it makes the story a little more fun and cute, I guess you could say. So, you know, I honestly really like Splendid Work of the Monster Maid. And that was definitely something that I wanted to read during October, but unfortunately I didn't get until November. So I was a little late to the party. I wanted to read it for, you know, the Halloween vibes and spirits, but I only just got to it. So definitely one of my highlights for this month. But anyway, that's all that I read for the month of November. I do plan on reading more for December, so stay tuned because hopefully I'll have more like good reviews, you know, more positive things to say about the manga that I read for December. I feel like this month I didn't have that many positive things to say. I mean, I did, but at the same time, there's some things that I just wasn't too positive about. So, you know, I hope next time I'm a little more positive in what I read and how I feel about the things that I read, but we'll see. So anyway, if you have read anything for November, feel free to comment below and let me know what you read for the month of November. Please like, share, comment, or subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye.